So, in case somebody have left, they can come back and join the session again. So then Narad Muni said, and after 10 days of that incident, when that monkey will spit on your face, you will die at the hands of a human. And Ravana was shocked, and Narad Muni disappeared. Anyways, Ravana didn't care because he was very arrogant and proud. So this story, a very beautiful story, brings out two lessons. The very first lesson is how to approach a guru, how to approach our spiritual teacher. We cannot challenge our teacher to teach us anything, just like Ravana did. Lord Shri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. Upadeshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. ये आप लोगों के लिए homework verse है. This is from chapter 4, verse number 34. So this is a verse that you can learn in case if you don't know it. And Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, to learn the knowledge about the absolute truth, you should humbly approach in a humble disposition, and you should serve your teacher. Then teacher will give you the knowledge. That's the first lesson. And the second lesson, we have to be very careful of not offending sadhus or the Vaishnavas. जैसे रावण ने नारद मुनि पे प्रहार करके नारद मुनि का अपमान किया, उस अपमान के कारण नारद मुनि ने उसको शाप दिया कि जिस दिन एक वानर तुम्हारे मुंह पे थूकेगा, उसके 10 दिन के बाद तुम्हारा सर्वनाश हो जाएगा. Well, if you see, the curse of a sadhu is also a blessing, because Ravana died at the hands of Lord Ram, and he got liberated because of that. So a curse of a sadhu is also a blessing, but we should be careful not to offend the devotees of the Lord. So that's the first story, Ravana meeting with Narad Muni. Let's go ahead. Let's continue with our Narad Muni. So once Narad Muni met Hanumanji. And when he met Hanumanji, Narad Muni said to Hanumanji, Hanumanji, you're not a great devotee of the Lord. Hanumanji said, hey, what are you saying, Naradji? What do you mean I'm not a great devotee of the Lord? So this is, everything had happened. Ram had won. Ram had rescued Sita. Ram had become the king of Ayodhya. After all that has happened, this incident happened after that. So Hanumanji ne kaha, Narad Muni, how can you say like this? So Narad Muni said, Hanuman, शास्त्र में लिखा है कि कोई व्यक्ति अगर दूसरों के घरों को जलाता है, then he should be killed. If an aggressor, there are 5 kinds of aggressor. If this kind of aggressor does anything, or this 5 kind of crimes, for that person can be killed. And one of the crimes is setting someone else's house on fire. And Hanumanji, you went to Lanka and you set the house of demons on fire and you killed them. That's the reason you deserve death penalty as a punishment. And how a devotee of the Lord can ever do things like this? A devotee of the Lord would not cause harm to anyone, but you did that. So Hanumanji understood. Hanumanji said, Narad Muni, आप जो कह रहे हैं सही बात है, but शास्त्र में एक और चीज लिखी है. शास्त्र में कहा गया है कि वैष्णव और भक्त का ड्यूटी है, धर्म है, जो मरे हुए लोग हैं, अगर कोई मरे हुए आदमी की बॉडी को क्लेम नहीं करता है, तो वैष्णव should set fire to his body and liberate that soul from the attachment to that body. So Narad Muni said, what do you mean? So Hanumanji said, look, Narad Muni, when I went to Lanka, I saw, I went to Lanka in search of Mother Sita. I saw big, big palaces, palatial houses, but nobody in those palaces or the houses was chanting the name of Lord Ram. So Hanumanji ने नारद मुनि को कहा, शास्त्र में ये भी लिखा है कि जो व्यक्ति भगवान का नाम नहीं लेता, वो एक मृत व्यक्ति के समान होता है. Because they were not chanting the names of the Lord Hari, so they were all dead. And as a Vaishnava, it was my duty to liberate them by setting their body on fire. Thus, I burned the whole Lanka, except for one house. Narad Muni said, which house? One house I could hear the sound of chanting of the holy names of the Lord. And that's a house only I left, because from that house there was a person who was a great devotee of Lord Ram. And he was chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. And that's the reason I did not burn that house. Do you know who was that person in Lanka who was a great devotee of Lord Ram? Whose house was not burnt by Hanumanji? If you know, please type in your answer. Who was that person? So that person was none other than Vibhishan. So Hanumanji said, because Vibhishan was chanting the names of the Lord, I did not burn his house. However, everyone else was already a dead person because they were not chanting the names of the Lord. So, moral, a lesson. It means our life has a purpose, has a value, has a meaning only if we are connected to the Lord. If you're not connected to the Lord, if you're disconnected from the grace of the Lord, our life has no meaning. And Hanumanji and Narad Muni through this conversation taught us a beautiful lesson that relationship with the Lord can be established when we chant the holy names of the Lord. So, all of you, please raise your hands high up and we'll together chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Ramadut Hanuman ki Jai. A very beautiful lesson Hanumanji teaches us from this beautiful incident. So we'll continue. We'll come to the next story, the third story. We'll again talk about Hanumanji. This is post Ramayana. Everything has happened. So Hanumanji was once traveling through one place, and actually he was flying in the sky, and from one village, from one particular house, he heard somebody chanting the name of Lord Ram very, very sincerely. You know, Ram, 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 with lot of sincerity and lot of gravity he was chanting. So Hanumanji, as we all know, Hanumanji is a great devotee of the Lord. So Hanumanji became immediately attracted. He said, who is this person? Who is this devotee of Lord Ram who is chanting so sincerely the name of Lord Ram? So he went to the house, and when he looked inside, he saw a person who was chanting the names of the Lord. But actually, this person was sitting in the toilet. So he was sitting in the toilet and he was chanting the names of the Lord. So Hanumanji felt a little awkward. So Hanumanji thought maybe he is such a sincere devotee of the Lord that 24 by 7 he chants the name of the Lord. So Hanumanji said, okay, maybe he's such a great devotee that he doesn't care for the time, place, circumstances. So he went back. So he came another day. When he visited that village on another day, so he was looking for that man. Now this man was a very rich merchant. He was a very wealthy person. So he went to see, क्या ये व्यक्ति आज भी भगवान राम का नाम ले रहा है? So he wanted to take the association of this great devotee. But Hanumanji, when he went to that house of that person, he saw that person was totally absorbed in making money and talking about money. So Hanumanji was a little disappointed. Hey, what is this? He's not chanting the names of the Lord. So like this, Hanumanji started going on different times of the day. And Hanumanji realized that this person actually never chants the name of the Lord. And he only chants the name of the Lord when he goes to the toilets. When he's sitting there, that's the time only he chants the name of the Lord. Hanumanji got so upset. So this particular day, Hanumanji came outside his bathroom and he was standing there with his fist clenched tight. He was waiting when this man will come out. I'll give a tight punch on his face. So when this man attended his nature's call and he came out of the bathroom, he was still chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. As soon as he came out, Hanumanji gave him a tight punch on his face while this man was chanting Ram, Ram. And he started to bleed and he said, oh, what happened? What happened? Hanumanji said, you rascal, you don't chant the name of Lord Ram anytime, but you chant whenever you go to the bathroom. This is such a sinful habit. You deserve to be punished for this. So that man asked for forgiveness and Hanumanji moved away from that place. So Hanumanji after that went to take darshan of his Lord Ram. तो जब भी हनुमान जी भगवान राम के दर्शन लेने के लिए जाते थे तो लॉर्ड राम हनुमान जी को देख के बहुत प्रसन्न होते थे and he would always embrace हनुमान जी. But on this particular day, in this particular situation, when Hanumanji went to meet Lord Ram was standing in an opposite direction in such a way कि हनुमान जी को राम जी का चेहरा नहीं but पीठ दिख रही थी. तो हनुमान जी was surprised and he said, हे प्रभु, आपका दास हनुमान आया है, आप मेरी तरफ क्यों नहीं देखते? तो राम ने बोला, नहीं हनुमान, अगर मैं आज तुम्हारी तरफ देखूंगा तो तुम्हें बहुत बुरा लगेगा. तो हनुमान said, what happened? Why would it be like this? My dear Lord, why are you not looking at my side? Why are you showing me your back? Ram said, Hanuman, if I show you myself today, if I show you my face, you will become very angry. So better you don't see my face today. So Hanumanji said, no, my dear Lord, I have come so far. Unless I take your darshan, I cannot. You have to give me your darshan. So Lord Ram said, okay, Hanuman, if you want to take my darshan, at your own risk, so be it. At that time, Lord Ram turned around and Hanumanji was shocked when he looked at Lord Ram. Lord Ram's face was bleeding. He had a punch mark on his face. And Hanumanji became so angry. Hanumanji said, "Who did this, my dear Lord? Who dared to do this to you? Please tell me. I will kill that person. I'll destroy that person." Ramji said, "Are you sure you want to know who did this to me?" Hanumanji said, "Yes, I want to know who did this to you, my dear Lord." So then Lord Ram said, "Hanuman, you, you punched me." And Hanuman was like almost got a heart attack. He's like, "What? My dear Lord, what are you saying? How can I do this to you?" Then Ram said, "Do you remember that devotee of mine who used to chant my name in the bathroom? And just today evening, before coming to meet me, when he came out of the bathroom, he was chanting my name and you punched him on his face." Ram said, "My name and I are non different. When that person was chanting my name, I was present there. And when you punched him because I was present there, because he was chanting Ram, you hit me rather than that person." And now Hanumanji learned a very, very valuable lesson. It's a very important lesson for all of us that scripture teaches us. The name of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. So when we chant the holy names of the Lord, we are actually in direct association of the Lord. So like today, all of you have chanted so many rounds on the pleasure on the occasion of Ram Navami for the pleasure of Lord Ram. So today you've got an association of the Lord for that much amount of time. So when we chant the holy names of the Lord, we should chant with all sincerity. With that, I will request all of you once again, please raise your hands high up and let's chant out once more sincerely the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's a beautiful story, the third story. Let's go to the fourth story. So, this is after Hanumanji had come back from Lanka after finding the whereabouts of Mother Sita. And he came and he told Lord Ram, and Lord Ram, along with his Vanar Sena, had assembled at Rameshwaram, from where they are going to go and cross the ocean and go to Lanka. So then Ramji was wondering, I have to take this whole army along with me. 1 second, folks. The signal issue is there. I just have half an hour class. I'll go back there. Half an hour. If you want, you can sit in my office. Okay. Okay, because as I said, in my office, the internet stopped, so I came to my room, and my room partner just came, so I had to just ask for forgiveness for disturbing him. So let's come back to the story here. What I was saying. So yes, so Ramji now wanted to take all his Vanaras, cross over the ocean, and then attack Lanka. But how do you cross the ocean? So then Ramji called Hanuman. Hanuman, you have to build a bridge. And you have to build a bridge as soon as possible. And soon when you build a bridge, we'll take our whole army of Vanaras and cross over. And Hanumanji said, my dear Lord, as you say, that's it. I'll go and build a bridge. It's a very interesting thing. Whenever our spiritual teacher asks us to do something, even we are qualified or not qualified, that instruction carries an empowerment and gives us a strength to do that task. So Hanumanji went and he told all the Vanaras that go get all the boulders, all the stones, all the mountains. We have to assemble that all together. And we're going to put them all into the ocean after writing the name of Lord Ram. So on every stone and boulder and all the mountain that they collected from different parts of the world, they wrote name of Lord Ram and they began to drop it into the ocean. As soon as they would drop it into the ocean, the stone or the boulder would not drown, rather it would float. So Ramji was watching all this thing and Lord Ram was amazed. Oh, really? Such a great power in my name. I didn't knew that. So Ramji was greatly amazed by this. So Ram thought, let me also try. I'll also put a stone into the ocean and let's see if it floats like what the wanderers are doing. Just with my name, if it can float, then with my touch, it should definitely float. So Lord Ram picked up a stone, went into a private place so that nobody is seeing him. And Lord Ram looked around that there was no one watching. And he picked up a stone and he dropped into the ocean. And doop, it drowned. Lord Ram was surprised. Hey, how did the stone drown? And Lord Ram picked up another stone and he again threw into the ocean. And again, doop, it drowned. So Lord Ram was very confused. And suddenly Lord Ram heard, someone laughing out loud. And Lord Ram thought, oh, कौन हंस रहा है मुझे देख कर? And Lord Ram turned around and भगवान राम ने देखा वहाँ हनुमान जी खड़े थे जो अपने पेट पे हाथ रखे जोर जोर से हंस रहे, जोर जोर से हंस रहे. And Lord Ram was very ashamed. Ramji said, Hanuman, why are you laughing? So Hanuman said, my dear Lord, I know what you are doing, but don't you get it? If you throw away somebody, if you throw somebody away from you, in other words, if you discard anyone, just like by throwing a stone away, then what hope that living entity or even a matter has to survive? Because you're throwing away a stone, you're sending that stone away from you. There is no possibility for that stone to ever survive or ever float. If you want that to float, it is only possible when that thing is connected with you. तो जो हम पत्थर समुद्र में डाल रहे हैं उस पे आपका नाम लिखा हुआ है, वो आपके संग जुड़ा हुआ है. That's the reason it is floating. Lord Ram smiled at the wisdom of Hanumanji and his devotion. So very important and a very beautiful lesson. Once again, if we are not connected with Lord Ram, if you're not connected with the Lord, we actually have no meaning, much meaning in life. Life is generally wasted out. But if you want to become valuable, if we want to have some purpose and goal in life, that only happens when we are connected with the Lord Ram. So we get connected with Lord Ram by taking shelter of his holy name. So once again, all of you, please raise your hands high up and let's chant out the name of Lord Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Like this, if we continue chanting the names of the Lord every day, then we stay connected with Lord and we also become powerful in the service of the Lord and in the service of everyone. So that's the story number 4, building of Ram Setu. Now, this is one of my favorite stories. I believe some of you might have heard of it, the squirrel. So what happened? Jab Hanumanji and all the Vanaras, they were building this, the Ram Setu. So all the little creatures, they also wanted to go and help Lord Ram because everyone loved Lord Ram. So birds, according to their capacity, were carrying little pebbles and they were flying in the sky and they throw it on the bridge. Similarly, like this, all the living entities were helping. Among all of them, there was one squirrel. The squirrels are very small in size. You can see in the picture here, Lord Ram holding a squirrel in his hand. The squirrels are very small in size. So what could they carry? They could only carry a small pebbles. So the squirrel was carrying small pebbles and it go and throw it into the ocean. Of course, after writing Ram on it, we'll come back, we'll pick up another pebble and stone, whatever, and she'll go and throw it like this. After a while, the squirrel became very tired. She didn't have much strength to carry stones and pebbles also. But the squirrel was so enthusiastic, वो इतना determined था serve करने के लिए भगवान राम को. So squirrel decided, had another idea to serve. So squirrel went to the shore of the ocean, to the bank of the ocean, and he started rolling in the sand. He started rolling in the sand, and his body got covered with the sand. And then he went and rushed into the ocean, and he got bathed. While getting bathed, जितने भी उसके शरीर पे grains चुपके हुए थे, sand grains, that went and got stuck to the bridge. Again, the squirrel came back, again rolled into the sand because now the squirrel was wet. The more grains got connected to the body, and again she went and took a bath in the ocean, and all the grains or the sand grains went and got stuck to the bridge. Like this, squirrel was trying her best. At that point of time, some mighty, very powerful Vanaras saw what the squirrel is doing. And they said, hey, little squirrel, why are you wasting your time? and you are coming on our way of doing a service. Squirrel said, my dear sir, I am also serving Lord Ram. I am doing according to my capacity. So Vanra says, what is this? You're taking small, small pebbles. Do you think with this small pebbles you'll be able to build a bridge for Ram? Because of you, we are getting disturbed in our service. So get away from here. Squirrel said, no, I want to serve Ram. Ram is my life, and I'll continue serving Lord Ram. You cannot get me off from here. So again, Squirrel went to the shore, rolled in the sand, got the grains on her body, went to the ocean. So one of the Vanra became really angry. He caught hold of the squirrel by the tail and he rolled the squirrel like this and he threw the squirrel. Zoop! And when the squirrel was caught by the Vanra, she became very terrified. She said, Ram, 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 like that. She screamed. And Lord Ram caught the squirrel in his hand and he pacified the squirrel and then he looked at the Vanras. Now Vanras saw that Lord Ram had got the squirrel in his hands. All Vanras were a little scared. So Vanras came in front of the Ram, in front of Lord Ram, and Lord Ram said, hey Vanras, please do not insult any living entity, particularly when they are engaged in the service. I know all of you are doing so much hard work for my sake. You're carrying huge, huge boulders on your shoulder to build this Ram Setu. But don't you see that when you put these big, big stones, there are empty spaces there. And the squirrel and the birds, by throwing their small, small pebbles in the stones, they're filling the gaps which are produced by putting your stones. And squirrel, by rolling in the sand, when she goes and take bath into the ocean, those grains acts as a binding force for your stones to stay together. Don't you recognize the seva? Although the squirrel might be too insignificant for you, but you should never ever insult any living entity. And that by the time, all the Vanras became so ashamed, they fell at the feet of the squirrel, they fell at the feet of Lord Ram, and they begged for forgiveness. And the squirrel was very happy. Yay, my Lord protected me. And Vanras went back. At that point of time, Lord Ram cares the body of squirrel. And बताया जाता है उस समय से क्योंकि भगवान राम ने उस स्क्विरल के शरीर पर हाथ लगाया था, so squirrel got 3 lines on her body. And excuse me. And if you see a squirrel today, you'll always see the squirrel's back has 3 lines. So what is the history of those 3 lines? Is this particular incident. And Lord Ram then left the squirrel on the ground. But before leaving the squirrel, Lord Ram said, I am so grateful for all your love and for all your devotion to me. For my sake, you're doing so much hard work, and I'll be eternally grateful to you. And like that, Lord Ram left the squirrel on the ground, and squirrel happily went ahead to do the service. A very important lesson for all of us. One thing is about the Lord. Lord is very, very merciful and is always very grateful to whatever services that we can do for him. Whatever small or big according to our capacity. Just like मैंने आप लोगों को कल पूछा था कि आप लोग क्या संकल्प लेना चाहते हैं, तो आप में से कुछ लोगों ने 16 माला का संकल्प लिया, आप में से कुछ लोगों ने 32 राउंड्स का संकल्प लिया, कुछ लोगों ने 4 राउंड का संकल्प लिया. So it is not that those who chanted 16 rounds as compared to 4 rounds, they are, the Lord is greatly pleased by that. Of course, it's good if you chant more, but what matters is what was our desire behind chanting the names of the Lord. If our desire was to please the Lord, even those who chanted the 4 rounds, that could be more pleasing to the Lord than as compared to those who chanted maybe 100 rounds. So in other words, not the quantity of seva, but the quality of seva matters. And quality of seva is determined by what is the purpose, what is our intention. And that is what Lord looks into it. And through this beautiful story, that is what Lord Ram taught us. With that, we'll move forward to the 6th story. Let me just take a look at the time today. It's 7:05. So I will do one thing because I believe all of you would have your other engagements. We are already over time because we started late. I will narrate this last story and then we'll pause for today. And when we meet next time, I'll continue the other stories. Is that okay? I'll take 5 more minutes and conclude for today. Are you all fine with that? If I just continue for 5 more minutes, just raise your hands. In 5 minutes, we'll close the session and then you're free to do whatever you wish to do. Okay. So we'll take this as a last story for today. And then we'll read out your scores, whatever you had done as part of your japa, and we'll congratulate those who could fulfill their sankalpa. So the very beautiful story about Hanumanji, red Hanuman. Hanumanji from beginning was not red. How many of you have visited Hanumanji's temple? Please raise your hand. Great. आपने हनुमान जी को देखा है, वो हमेशा लाल कलर के सिंदूर में ढके होते हैं? Yes. Yes. So why Lord Hanumanji, or why Hanumanji is always covered with the sindoor? The story is like this for that. The story is, once Hanumanji went to the palace of Lord Ram, and he went into the chambers of Mother Sita. And that time, Mother Sita was putting sindoor. So Lord Hanumanji, he's a brahmachari. He doesn't know what the ladies do or what is the protocol after marriage. He has no idea. He's a very simple, innocent brahmachari. So Hanumanji asked Mother Sita, Maiya, aap apne mathe pe kya laga rahe ho? So Sita knew that Hanumanji loves Lord Ram. And just to have a trick or have to have a fun with Hanumanji, Sita said, ये हमारे शास्त्रों में बताया गया है कि अगर पत्नी अपने माथे पे सिंदूर लगाती है तो उसके पति की आयु लंबी हो जाती है. Hanumanji said, really? By putting a sindoor, my Lord can live for a longer time. So Hanumanji went running out of the palace, went to the storehouse and went to the nearby store, and he asked for the storekeeper, can you give me sindoor? So that storekeeper brought a small packet of a sindoor. He said, no, I need a whole sack of sindoor. He said, what? He brought the whole sack of sindoor and he poured that whole bora, sack of sindoor on his body. And then he threw that whole sack of, opened the sack of that sindoor and threw it on the ground and it started to roll into it. And now Hanumanji from top to bottom has become red, covered with sindoor. And now Hanumanji is walking back to the palace. He walked straight into the assembly of Lord Ram, jahan pe Maa Sita bhi bathi hui thi. And as soon as he entered, everyone began to laugh. And they're like, Hanumanji, what happened to you? And everyone is just laughing and laughing and laughing. And when Mother Sita saw, and she was just laughing because she knew what Hanumanji had done. But Lord Ram didn't know. So Lord Ram asked, Hanuman, what happened to you? What did you do? Why are you covered in the sindoor from top to bottom? And Hanumanji, with all his simplicity, with all his sincerity, said, my dear Lord, today morning I met Mother Sita and she told me, for your long life, if she puts a sindoor daily on her forehead, then you will live longer and you'll be more happy. So I thought, why to put little sindoor? Why not I cover myself from top to bottom in sindoor so that, my dear Lord, you can live forever and you can be most happy. And Lord Ram became so happy hearing about Hanumanji's simple devotion. Now all of us know, even Hanumanji know who Lord Ram is. Lord Ram is eternal. He's Satchitananda. He doesn't die. He doesn't take birth. He's eternal. But that is a mood of a devotee in which he always tries to serve the Lord. Just like, we offer bhoga to the Lord. We cook it nicely. We prepare a nice plate and we offer it. Why? Because if we nicely prepare bhoga, then Lord will be happy. However, we know Lord is not dependent on our food that we serve him, but it's a mood of a devotee that whatever he eats, before he eats, he offers it to the Lord. And then considering it as a prashadam of the Lord, only he accepts it. But Lord doesn't eat it, but Lord accepts it. Why? Because a devotee has offered as, just as an aspect of his pure devotion. So Hanumanji had such a simple and pure devotion. And this is what we need to learn from Hanumanji and for all of us. We should also become simple in our life. And we should also try to love the Lord as a person, treat him as a person and care for him. And like that, if we do, then our devotional life and our life in general would become very blissful journey. So with that, I would pause today now because we started on half an hour late because of certain reasons and it's already over time. So we have finished 6 stories today and we'll continue next time. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday we'll meet and we'll finish other stories. I was also planning to sing a song today on the occasion of Ram Navami, but I could not do it because of time. We'll sing it when we meet next time. So I sincerely thank you all for taking part, for coming today together on the occasion of Ram Navami. And very soon we'll meet again. But before that, we close for today. I just want to, uh, I hope Agnil or Vishwakiran have shared all of your chanting scores. I just want to see what's the result and how all of you have fulfilled your sankalpa. I'll just quickly open it. Give me 1 second and we'll just read out and congratulate everyone who could take part in today's sankalpa. Along with that, one of our students from Hinjawadi, Varuni, is Varuni's birthday. So we request all the kids to please, oh, I got disconnected, I'm on. So please give your best wishes to Varuni on her birthday. And on this day of her birthday, Varuni chanted 70 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Haribo! So please wish her the best. You can drop her nice Hare Krishna birthday wishes on this occasion. And I will quickly read out the sheet.